What is up, everybody? It's time for some Sultai walkers. We're gonna play first. Yeah, we're a little light on planeswalkers in this hand, but I do like turn one Birds of Paradise. Doubling Season's nice. Yeah, man, if we had just one planeswalker, I'd keep this. But you want to have some type of action, and just Birds of Paradise. Well, we do have mana leak, so we kind of stop whatever he's got going on. Yeah, we'll go and keep. I mean, we should. Yeah, we've got a ton in here, so we're gonna draw into something. So let's go and shock this breeding pool in and get down the Birds of Paradise. And then that way we'll have a mana leak next turn and we can crack into whatever we need to get into. Garruk Wildspeaker. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good right there. So let's go and get down the Catacombs. We can crack it on our opponent's side and then get down a Wildspeaker and start untapping some of our lands. But yeah, this is Sultai Walkers, man. It's you're grinding it out with Vraska's 1/1 Death Touch Assassin tokens, which is just always fun. I always enjoy doing that. And you can also win with Kiora's 9/9 Kraken Ultimate, so really fun, man. It feels like a little kid deck, man, to be honest. So we've got Watery Grave, Overgrown Tomb. Let's get into one more breeding pool. That way we'll have green, and then we'll also be able to, there's two cryptic commands in here, so we'll be online for cryptic command later in the game. And I'm not sure what he's pausing for, if he's thinking about trying to blow up the bird right now, but let's see what he's got going on. Okay. Get into Painful Truths. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and shock this Overgrown Tomb in. He's got just 2 mana. If he counters it in the next turn, we can get into we'll get into Doubling Season, so that won't be that bad. See if this sticks. Okay, worth the shot. You got it, man. Alright, so next turn we have Painful Truce to get into some action, or if he taps out, we can get down Doubling Season, go and get that to stick. That way, whenever we get any Planeswalkers down, we'll be doing pretty good right there. Yeah, with the Inquisition, probably takes the Painful Truce, but that won't be the end of the world. You get to the point where eventually you just roll out enough Planeswalkers to where it's just can't really get anything up and running. Alright, fires it's Mutavault time. Alright, man. Okay, get into Cryptic Command. Let's go ahead and there we go. Let's go ahead and we'll have Cryptic Command off this Birds of Paradise, so we can counter. We can bounce the Mutavault back to his hand, draw a card. Yeah, let's go and do that instead of getting. Well, we can tap out for Doubling Season. We're worried about 2 coming across on Mutavault. It'll be 11. Put us down to 9. Then we Cryptic Command next turn. Yeah, let's go and do that. Let's go and get down Doubling Season while he's going shields down. And as far as his Ancestral Vision, he's one away next turn, so we can try and save our. We can also save our mana leak for that Ancestral Vision. Alright, so we got Snapcaster on Inquisition, taking our mana leak, because he wants that Ancestral Vision to stick. So hopefully if we can get into Planeswalker, we can kind of get some action going pretty quick. I'm guessing this is maybe a Grixis build where he just hasn't got into red mana, or maybe it's just straight black-blue. It might be just straight black-blue. Go for the Throat, okay. Let's go. We have Cryptic Command and Go for the Throat. I mean, not both next turn, but we can at least counter. And, yeah, we may go and try and Cryptic that Ancestral Vision. That way at least kind of chew him up on this turn as far as what he's got going on. Yeah, we're going to go for that. Let's go to counter target spell and then draw a card. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Okay, get that countered. Draw. Ooh, get into Vraska. Awesome. So she's gonna come in. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So he does have the Inquisition, but we can get into the Vraska. So we're gonna get into double tokens right there. Man, that feels so good. There's no better way than closing out the game with 1/1 Death Touch Assassin tokens. Now, if he does have a Thoughtseize, he'll be able to get it out. All right. So it's firing up Creeping Tar Pit time. coming in hot for 5, drop us down to 6. Oath of Nissa. Okay, let's go and get down Vraska. We got green. We've got black. And let's go on Ultimate her, put 3. Well, actually, we get 6 of them on there now. So now he's going to be able to swing in with the Creeping Tar Pit and get in for 3, drop us down to 3. But we can at least block on the Mutavault and block in on Snapcaster. And unless he has some type of way to block 6 assassins that are ready to end the game with their little knife, I think we got this one. Alright, scoops it up. Okay, so now I guess this is just straight black-blue control. We didn't really see any Grixis on that one. I'm going to go ahead and cut... let's go and bring in a Go for the Throat for the Mutavault. And then we'll go and bring in Dismember. And what else? We can bring in Negate to try and grab the... we can bring in Negate to try... Sorry, I was looking at card up on my phone. We can try and bring in Negate to stop the Ancestral Visions. But a remand on Ancestral Vision sounds pretty good to me. So when you cut 2, let's go down on Abrupt Decay, because I'm not too worried about Snapcaster. I like the Birds of Paradise. We didn't see any Lightning Bolts. I like Nissa Voices Zendikar, get the plant tokens. Liliana is another good ultimate to get down up and running. Cryptic Command was pretty good. Yeah, I'm just going to go down on a... yeah, I'm going to leave it like this. Just go down on Oath of Nissa, and then we're going to submit. And that's one of the cool things about playing... you know, some type of Planeswalker control in Modern is that there's not really much of in the way of dealing with Planeswalkers in Modern. I mean, it's very linear, it's very creature-based. So most of the time when you get a Planeswalker down, there's no destroy target plane. Well, a lot of people are running Dreadbore on their sideboard when the Hiri control kind of popped up on the scene, but it hasn't really put up any type of results. And so, if you kind of go in all-in Planeswalker sometimes, it's pretty good little thing right there. But no, Vraska, man, she was definitely. When I got in during Return to Ravnica, and she was the first like money card that I ever bought. Like, because when I got into Magic, I did the whole like I bought like 300 cards for like $20 or something off eBay, and you know, I didn't know that was basically just stuff that the card stores didn't want anymore. I was just happy to have 300 cards to build decks with me and my buddy. And so, well, I'll finish this story and just well, yeah, let's get our hand going. Okay, so we've got Birds of Paradise into early Voice of Zendikar. Nissa, we have a little bit of Abrupt Decay, Painful. Yeah, this is pretty much what you want in an opening hand. Doubling Seasons is nice, but it is a big, clunky 5-mana spell, so we only have 2 of them in here, so it's kind of one of those where it's just, you know, if you draw into it and you can get it down, cool. If not, you're trying to grind it out with early Planeswalkers like Nissa and Liliana, and then close it out with Vraska or Kiora by locking down one of their creatures. But what I was saying was, I bought like 300 cards off eBay, because, you know, 300 cards for like $15. What's up, man? That's a lot of cards. And so, you know, and then I got into Magic Online after that, and I remember I got Vraska. I was like, because I've always gravitated towards green black decks. That's just always been my thing since the beginning. And he's probably going to take Nissa, but we'll have a Painful Truce to draw into something else. But so like my green black deck was just your standard new to Magic. Every green black rare that you ever get in drafting goes right there. And so one day Vraska was spoiled, and it was like $7, and it took me like 5 minutes to talk myself into it to pick her up. And I put her in my green black deck, and you know, I've always enjoyed playing with Vraska ever since. So, but it's just funny now to look back on me having to talk myself into getting a $7 card, and it's just like, man, now I have like a Magic budget. I try not to overshoot that Magic. Budget. Okay, so we've got double green in our hand. If we want to get into Cryptic Command, we're going to need to get into one more blue source. Let's go. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into a. Well, if we get into Birds of Paradise, yeah, I'm going to go and grab our breeding. Well, yeah, let's go and grab Overgrown Tomb. Because then we have to shock to get Nissa in. No, we're just going to grab a Overgrown Tomb. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Get into Catacombs. Okay, we're going to put that one into play tap and then pass the turn. But yeah, it's just funny whenever you look back and, like, not everyone starts as a pro in Magic. You have to start somewhere. And it's always funny to look back on I've done most of my Magic online. We're going to grab a breeding pool off this one. I've done most of my Magic online, so I have all my decks. Like, when you first start playing Magic, if you just play paper Magic, you don't really have deck list everywhere, unless you entered into tournaments. But by the time you've entered into tournaments, you've gotten better at Magic. So, I've still got a bunch of my old decks on here, and it's really nostalgic to go back and look at it and look at the names that I've done for it. Okay, so right now we're looking at like a mana leak pretty hard right now. So if we go for a Nissa right now, he's just gonna counter it. So I'm trying to figure out if I just want to get down Pluto Delta. Yeah, because then we'll have the Painful Truce next turn, and they can pop. Well, he didn't fire off any Inquisition. He has no action. Yeah, let's see if we can't stick a Nissa, and the next turn we'll go for a Painful Truce. So we're just going to grab a Swamp off this one. Well, we can get into an island. Yeah, then we'll be online for Cryptic. Green, green, blue. See, look like we're walking into a counterspell right now, but that's okay. Okay, yep, mana leak. Got him in. So next turn we'll fire off a Painful Truce, draw three more cards, and then hopefully get into a couple more walkers. Get into Cryptic Command. Okay. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna put this into play tap because if we're gonna shock it and get the Painful Truce up and running, all we saw was Snapcaster Mutavault. I don't know if this is Black Blue Faeries or something. Yeah, this is Black Blue Faeries. So I don't want to be super aggressive with my shocking in right now. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense now that it's Faeries. Liliana. Okay. Let's see if we can't stick a Painful Truce. See if he's got another counterspell. And then next time we can try and stick a Liliana. Or we can try to stick... Well... Yeah, let's do this. Let's go black, blue, green. That way, next turn we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should be able to hit another land off this Painful Truce, and then we can have enough mana to pay for mana leak when we go to Liliana next turn. So this is kind of just a value play right now. If it resolves, cool. If not, we're just basically trying to bait it out for a counterspell right now. So if it resolves, cool. Get 3 cards. If not, then ain't the end of the world, man. And then we can still shock in the Overgrown Tomb to have Abrupt Decay up. Alright, so we got Cryptic, counter, draw card. Cool. You got him in. And it just has one Tectonic Edge, so we're just going to put this in play tap. It should be Black Blue Faeries, and I'm not really wanting to get our life total down too low to lose to like a Bitter Blossom or something like that. Okay, get into Polluted Delta. So now we can pay for that mana leak. Let's go ahead and go for... Let's see if we can't stick a Liliana. Let's go black, black, and then blue. We got 4 cards in hand, and he hadn't really done anything, so there might be another counterspell, but... counter target, non-creature... Okay, you got him in. And then we can crack that Polluted Delta on our opponent's turn. I don't know if he's got more of a proactive. Yeah, sure, go for it, man. I assume he probably takes the abrupt decay on this one. And we'll go and crack this Blue Delta, get into a Watery Grave. Put it in play tapped. Get into Ashiok. Okay. He's got 3 cards in hand. Yeah, let's see if we can't stick an Ashiok. Now, when you play this deck, Ashiok is, if you get into like a standstill, man, has he got another Cryptic Man? Just running into a brick wall, man. When you're playing against when you have Ashiok in here, I've done it before, and it is a slow, grindy match. But you can definitely win by activating Ashiok if the board stalls out, if there's just not much going on, or if it's like a, whatever the scenario is, it is entirely possible to win the game that way. Okay, so we got Sword of Feast of Famine. See what we get into. Tectonic Edge. Okay. Get into Mana Leak. Alright, going past the turn. Now we do have Cryptic Command still up with the 2 breeding pools in the island, so if he gets into any type of whatever, we can counter, draw a card, bounce something. Get into Snapcaster. We can Painful Truce right now. 2 cards in hand. Now if we Snapcaster Painful Truce, he gets down a creature, doesn't have it. Yeah, let's go and go for that, man. At this point in the game, we're getting to turn 10. Eventually he's going to run out of gas as far as what he's got in his hand. Let's go for a Painful Truce right now. Let's go black, blue, and then green. All right, beautiful. And he F6'd on that, so that means he's out of stuff. So we'll go ahead and so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we get into one more land, we can get Kiora, fire up Kiora on the Mutavault. That way we can lock down his only little source right there, and that's whenever it deals damage. Yeah. Creeping Tar Pit. Okay. So let's go and get down Creeping Tar Pit. I'm gonna go ahead and go for Kiora. Let's go on plus the Mutavault. That way he doesn't have a way to deal damage to us. And we can go and swing in for 2. If we swing in right now, then he's just gonna, yeah, he can fire it up and nothing will happen. So we're just gonna leave Snapcaster up right now. And then we do have Mana Leak. Well, the board full of mana right there is not going to do much, but alright, so it gets into Ancestral Vision. Birds of Paradise. Okay. So let's go ahead and prevent all damage on the Mutavault. Let's get down Ashiok. Well, we can fire up the Creeping Tar Pit. Let's go and crack this, yeah. Get into a swamp. Okay, fire that up, get down Birds of Paradise. So if we want to get down Ashiok, start milling them out, or yeah, let's go for Ashiok, and then next time we can start getting I want to get her milling up and running. Yeah, because if he is playing Faeries, then we can get some extra creatures to start swinging in. Okay. And once again, that Mutavault is fogged out, but he can still declare it a blocker. So, well, let's get his Ancestral Vision up. So he's 3 away on his Ancestral Vision. And then next turn, one more Kiora plus, and then we'll get into the 9/9 Kraken Ultimate. Well, we haven't seen any fairies, man. I don't know if he's just had bad luck, or maybe this is just straight black-blue control. I'm guessing it's just straight black-blue control. He's gotten into some other stuff. Get into Snapcaster. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and plus on the Mutavault. And then next turn we'll be able to ultimate her, and then we'll go and fire up the Ashiok. And his Ancestral Vision's at 3, so we can go and fire up the Creeping Tar Pit. Let's go ahead and that way we still have Cryptic Command back up right there. So coming in hot for 3, dropping down to 17. Okay, it goes for the Ghost Quarter, sure, man. And is there anything? Yeah. No, excuse me. I said we had Cryptic earlier. We don't. We just have Mana Leak, and we do have Snapcaster up. So, and what did we get into? All right, so he is playing fairies. He just I guess he's not drawn into them. Okay. Now, before he draws, so if we go for the throat, he has a counter spell. Let's say it's Mana Leak. Excuse me. What we can do is go for a Snapcaster on Abrupt Decay. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for that before it gets into anything else. He's got one card left in his hand. Doubt it's a counter spell. So we're going to go for Abrupt Decay. And we're just going to go and take care of that bad boy right now before he gets a chance to equip it. And his Ancestral Vision is 2 right now. We're looking at Kiora Ultimate next turn. And we can also get down, well, can we? No, it's Champion of Fairies, so we don't have any fairies to do that. Get into Vraska. Okay. So let's go and get the Kiora. Well, unless he gets into Cryptic. Okay. So now we got the emblem up and ready to go. Let's go and fire up Ashiok. We can't get that that fairy out because it's you have to champion an elemental. We'll go and swing it for 2 right now. That way, if he wants to trade with the the Mutavault, sure, go for it, man. And we'll have a 9/9 Kraken on the back end. Yeah, and I'm just because we have Cryptic and Mana Leak up right now, so I'm just gonna leave them up right now. We could get down Vraska, but it's gonna be more of a win more type thing, and especially we have a 9/9 coming in. Vendilion Click, okay. So if we go for Mana Leak, he pays 3. He's got 1 card in hand. He can get the Sword of Feast of Famine on there. Untap all your lands. How do we know sequence this? So if we go for Cryptic, then he can Mana Leak. If we Mana Leak first, let's go for Mana Leak. See if he pays for 3, and then we can try and fire the Cryptic command off. And then we'll go in Cryptic Command, counter target spell, draw a card. Actually, let's counter Vendilion Click and return that Sword of Feast of Famine back to his hand. So let's go blue, blue, blue. Okay. So that goes back to his hand. So now he's got Vendilion Click and the old Vendilion Click gets countered. He has the sword back in his hand. Now we have a 9/9, and we still have to go for the throat. So, and his Ancestral Vision is at 2, so it's going to tick down to 1. Kirk Wildspeaker. Okay, so let's go ahead and fire up. Once again, these creatures we've exiled with Ashiok, we get to champion a fairy, so exile his cards again. So we've got 9, 11. We have 9, 10, 11. We have 13 coming across with the Snapcasters. And then we'll wait to do some of the Planeswalker action on the back end. So let's go and swing in right now. Drop him down to 3. And one of his cards is the sword. So we'll just wait, because he has mana leak on our Go for the Throat, and then we'll just go and wait right now. Okay, so you got the Ancestral Vision coming in now. Now what we can do to kind of force some action is if he happens to draw in a Cryptic Command where he taps all of our creatures, we can minus Ashiok's ability to exile all cards from our opponent's hand. Oh, he scoops it up. Okay, so there we go. Alright guys, yeah, that was a nice little showing right there. So we had Vraska in game 1 and then Ashiok and Kiora kind of grinding it out together right there. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks guys.